you seen that beautiful new building that sits just at the top of Collins Avenue? Well, it's the new headquarters of the Leno group of companies. And I had a brief tour and chat with the CEO and project manager about designing, building, and finally moving into their new home. It sits atop Collins Avenue, the newly built 6-story glass structure that truly catches the eye. If you're sitting in traffic or just whizzing by, you're sure to stop and marvel at this architectural beauty. And for many, it may be just another beautifully designed edifice, but for CEO, founder, and president of Leno Group of Companies, Sean Longley, it's the home he's always dreamed of.
I always knew I wanted to own my own space. We were previously on Burnett Road. And I would have gone to Shanghai in 2014 and would have seen the buildings there and was fascinated by the glass, all the glass buildings. And I said, you know what? There aren't many glass buildings in Nassau. I think at that time there weren't any, if I'm not mistaken. And I said, I want a glass building. So I sat with my architect and came up with various renditions. So I actually had a rendition, this actual rendition that I decided on, but didn't have no place to put it. So through the real estate company, Leno Realty, we started looking for locations where we thought we'd be best suited. And lo and behold, this was available. And we put in a bid for it, we got it, and here we are.
From rent to ownership, Bernard Road to Collins Avenue, Longley says moving into their new modern building 2 weeks ago was the perfect birthday gift for the company. Leno celebrates 15 years on July 1st, and during that time has grown from being just a financial services company to adding Leno Realty, increasing their corporate services, forming Leno Trust, and moving from a staff of 3 to 37. Longley says the smart, eco-friendly design adds to the building's cool factor. With a fully integrated solar system coming on board soon and built-in water wells, he says the structure's architects wanted to make sure the building was as self-sufficient as possible. And what about all that glass?
The glass is hurricane rated. It can withstand up to 250-mile-per-hour winds. The blue isn't just for blue, for pretty. It's actually UV protectant. So the sun rays really wouldn't affect you. And clearly, we really can't have it because there's all glass all around straight through, right? So we had to look at it from that perspective as well. One of the features that I was quite pleased with, I was sitting out while the construction was going on, and I said, you know, I love fish. If anybody knows me, they know I love fish. And we're sitting out front, and I said, hey, why don't we build a bridge coming up from the stairwell, from the road, and going into the main lobby area? And the architect said, well, I think that could work because within a particular stage, we could actually get it done. And we built a bridge. Remember now, Leno, go-between bridge.
Yes.
So we have a bridge out front, and underneath goes down 5-6 feet. Is a koi pond. Oh, wow. So with the waterfalls and everything, I don't think there's any place like that in Nassau, besides probably the hotels that would have like Atlantis or Bahama. But I'm very pleased with that. So right now we're starting to populate it with the fish. We have one shark, a stingray, and a few really large kois. So I'm
shark.
Okay, it's a shark. We call it a shark, but it's actually a catfish that looks like a shark, and it's about that big.
Okay.
Right, and another one is supposed to be coming soon. So I'm very I'm pleased with that.
But the nearly 53,000 square foot building, which was built by nearly 200 Bahamian workers, isn't just for show. It's a space where Leno's staff and clients can thrive.
You're more productive when you're in a comfortable environment. Your staff come to a place and say, oh, okay, I can leave my money here. You know, no, in all seriousness, they look at where you are located. And if you're gonna do something in my mind, you have to do it right, and you have to do it at a level where people can appreciate it. And I think since we've moved in and some of the clients that would have actually come in, they are, oh my Lord, it's beautiful. You know, and that's what we wanted. We wanted that wow factor, so persons can be captivated when they come here. And I think we have achieved that. We have 2 breakout spaces. Okay. So if someone's working at their desk and they don't feel like, you know, sitting with the monotony of being behind your desk. We have work areas you could just go and sit with televisions and stuff like that, both on the east side and the west side. One of the other things that we thought about was that we wanted to have a room for children. What I mean by that is a lot of the staff would have children. They get out at 3 p.m. from school. They actually have their own room.
Nice.
So they have their TVs, they can sit at the table, do their homework, eat whatever they need, and they're outside of our space. So, like I said, we wanted to be forward-thinking on how we do things for a modern building.
Yeah. Leno Project Manager and the woman in charge of getting the building up and running, Leah Major, says she feels victorious after 6 long years of construction, challenges, and lessons.
It's been very rewarding. I'll start there to see it where it is now, having gone from just limestone and rock to, your excavation, and then, of course, you have your architectural drawings, but then you now see this thing coming out of the ground, taking life, and finally being here. It was not without challenges, but focusing on the positive and to now be here, it's very rewarding.
Ultimately, she says it's a space she's proud of and hopes that feeling resonates with anyone who visits it.
I hope that it's a space that those who inhabit it on a day-to-day basis and visitors can come and look and be proud that it looks the way it does, that the feeling, hopefully, that it evokes, that it's more than just cement and steel and glass, that it's something we as Bahamians can even be proud of. Here in Centerville, those are things that I hope resonate.
As for Leno, the CEO says the new building is just the start of more growth that's on tap for the company. He's looking forward to moving Leno not just throughout the Bahamas, but regionally and internationally.
We're looking at branching off internationally and regionally. And that's actually started already through the different arms, like even though it's Leno Corporate Services, there's an arm called Corporate Services that does incorporations, that does foundations, and we do those sort of things, not just for locals, but international companies as well. We form IBCs for international companies. Through the trust company, we have international trust. So we're looking at expanding from that perspective. I'm happy to say, too, that our grand opening is next month, and the week after that, we're opening our first office in Abaco. So we're going to do an official opening for that there. And I think we, outside of any bank, we will be the first financial institution outside of banks to actually move into the Family Island. So we're quite pleased with that. So for growth, that's the first step. We want to get into the islands. We want to get in regionally and internationally, and we've already started that.
As mentioned in the feature, the building opened just 2 weeks ago, and yes, I can attest, the views are stunning. Congratulations to the entire team at Leno on a job well done.